guys, welcome back to Anime Royalty Radio. With me as always, Volg, Mr. Spud, Aaron Legend, and I'm Don Juan.
It's Volg, not Volg.
And it's Mr. Salt, not Mr. Spud.
I'm not Mr. Salt.
His anime rage quit last episode.
I was mostly responsible for that, and I do apologize. I'm sorry, Spud.
No, you're not.
I am.
Okay. Whatever.
All right. So,
Dead air. Out of nowhere, dead air.
yeah. But on today's anime segment, we are going to be reviewing the Netflix anime Who's Scratching?
Not me.
I was rubbing my beard.
We heard all
of
that. It's going in the video now. It's in the video forever.
We'll be reviewing Megalobox. Well, it is a fighting anime.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
Only had one season, but we're going to be talking about that. All right. That's
So
really
Juan,
it.
what is Megalobox?
I love how
Tell me a little bit about it.
I love how every first show that we come back and do is just total.
We're relearning, yeah.
Yeah, it's like always something new.
Because there's so much space in between since when we record. Let's be honest. We all have lives.
Yeah.
Some less than others.
Do,
but yeah.
do we? Do we though?
No. Not for the working
Not
class.
you.
No, not me.
Not you.
But what I liked about Megalobox is that the animation was very reminiscent of late to early 90s anime like
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy
Yep.
Bebop, yeah.
Mm.
It's a perfect example.
It took I think it was very heavily influenced by Cowboy Bebop. A lot of it was. You could see it in Joe's face. By the way, what Megalobox is, it's basically take Exo Suits mixed with boxing. That's exactly what it is.
Marry the two.
And marry
You
the
know-
two. Yeah, exactly what it is.
In a world where boxing no longer exists.
No, it still exists.
No longer exists.
It still exists.
And you have to put on armor to punch a guy in the face.
Okay, so
Unless you're Gearless Joe.
unless you're Gearless Joe. So what it is, Joe is this underground boxer.
Junk dog.
Junk dog.
Junk dog.
Spoilers.
Well, look,
It's
it's a
been out for a
review.
while,
It's
yeah.
a review. It's not been out long, as far as I know, but
It's been out long enough to be on Netflix and,
Funimation and dubbed, because we watched it all dub.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So basically, Joe is underground. He is fixing fights to make ends meet, and like I said, he's dreaming of actually making it big and showing off his skill.
Wants to be the champion.
Yeah, he wants to be the champion. Well, he makes the champion mad. He comes into their ring, basically beats him like pretty
With
bad.
one arm, yeah.
Yeah, with one arm tied behind his back. So
No, he technically did bring the other arm back.
yeah, that's right. He had to.
Yeah, he got cocky on that.
So yeah, Joe's pretty good to make him actually, put a little bit of effort into
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So then after that, he's like, I'm done fixing fights. We're actually going to enter the tournament and try to win. So they do that with a fake ID, and they make it in there, and they're like, well, we need something that's going to help us stand out. So they started to actually box regularly, no gear. That's why his name was Gearless Joe.
Still fighting people in Exo Suits.
That's very true.
Mhm.
And don't get me wrong, it wasn't a bad anime story-wise, but they did do a lot on the cliche stuff. Like when he was like about to be in top 4, and he was about to fight the brother of the head girl who had the champion. I can't remember her name.
Mikio, Shiroda, Mikio.
Something like
Something
that.
like that, yeah.
Basically, he sat there and told him like, "Hey, look, I know you're faking. I know this is a fake ID. You don't want to do this because I'm going to expose you." And that's what happened. So it was kind of cliche-ish in a way. And my biggest problem with everything was the fights. Now, granted, I do like the fact no CG was seen in these fights or really in the animation style at all. It was very reminiscent of old school, which
And
was
it was
great.
very bloody.
It was, but
None
it
of-
wasn't
none
as
of that-
bloody as I
It
thought
was
it'd be.
gritty.
Yeah, I'll go with gritty more than I will bloody. But the fights were boring.
Well, it was a very classic trope. The main protagonist is getting his ass beat for like 5 minutes, and then he figures out how to come back, and then he does.
With one punch. It was always one punch, except for the champion. The champion, it was like they went 13 rounds. And spoiler alerts, but I don't care. Even me and Don here thought it was kind of stupid because it ends with them both hooking each other like...
It looked like it was a double knockout, freeze frame, everything fades, and then it's like I don't know how many days later.
Yeah, it was
find
a
out
year.
who
It was a
actually-
year.
it's like a
Here's
year
the
later.
epilogue and like
Yeah.
how it all ended. By the way, this is the results. Just telling you about
Yeah,
it. Not
on a
actually-
black screen in Japanese, text, and underneath on dub or sub, it tells that Joe won. But you never actually see the landing knockout or nothing like that. You don't know if the champ actually won, but he's wheelchair ridden. Because the one thing the champ did, and I do respect him for this, is when he knew he was going to fight Gearless Joe, he took off his exosuit. He had to do like emergency surgery and everything.
That stuff was
and got it.
basically grafted onto his arms. They
So-
basically had to cut it off, and he had to go through almost like a 24-hour like kind of rehab. Kind
Yeah,
of thing?
he had to basically get his upper body back up to strength to actually fight Joe. So I actually have a lot more respect for the champ than I did Joe.
Yuri.
Yeah, Yuri, and
Yeah.
I actually really liked his design: the platinum hair, the big long nose.
He
really
looked a lot like Lloyd, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Exactly. Lord of the Ring, Lord of the
Legend
of the Dragoon reference there.
So who was your favorite character one?
Well, I did like Joe, but honestly, I liked Coach.
Coach Nambu, okay.
Coach had, I think, one of the biggest redemption stories in this anime.
Yeah, but I hate how he had to lose his eye to actually see it. Or
But
to
the
continue.
sacrifice.
Yeah, I'll give him that. He did do a complete 180 from the guy who was so good about not humble, but used to throwing fights and just being a drunk to actually do something. And Aragaki was my favorite.
Yep. The soldier that
the
Coach
soldier.
trained back in the day and then was,
Yeah.
Went to war
wounded.
and lost his legs and was still
Yep.
fighting. Yeah. He was my favorite. Especially when they actually decided to help Joe for the championship fight.
Mhm.
I had a lot of respect for that.
What about you, Aaron Legend?
I like the pretty colors.
You're the one who suggested
I
this.
hit the play button and it did the thing, and it was good.
Somebody write this down.
Oh my God.
Game of the year. No, it was actually really good. I was very surprised at how cliche it could be at some moments, but at other moments,
Very.
it was very deep. Like the underground fights. He'd sit there, he was fixing the fight. He's just sitting there taking the hits. Then the odds would change. This coach would be like, all right, now mix it up, make everybody think that you're good in the second round. He comes wailing, gets ready to land the knockout punch, then the bell rings. Goes
Oh
back.
yeah, it had a lot of moments where the fist stopped right here,
Mhm.
and that was actually kind of cool.
Bell rings, coach is like, all right, now the odds are in your favor, take a dive. And just seeing his character have that much control of the ring, even if it's an underground fight, it was very deep. Now, you didn't get to see him practice a lot of that up
Mhm.
until like the top 4.
Right.
So once he got up into the top 4, there was none of this faking it. I'm going all out nonstop because he had no choice. There's no more fixing the fights. This is his actual skill at work. But up until that point, yeah, it was kind of cliche.
It was, but I won't say it's the worst anime I've ever watched.
Oh, yeah.
It's Grimgar.
Grimgar did kind
Grimgar.
of suck.
Grimgar was horrible.
For an anime with just one season, which was like how many episodes?
12.
Like 12? 12?
It was
Yeah,
12.
it was
Well,
12.
this was 13. Are you talking about Grimgar? Or
No. Megalobox.
13.
For an anime with just 13 episodes, it was pretty good. It was entertaining. I liked it.
But I know me and Vol talked about this a lot. Me and him had problems with actually finishing this thing.
I had made it to episode 6 and did not think I was going to finish. I had to force myself through 4 more and still didn't quite finish the show. I just kept getting bored.
Yeah, see, that was my biggest problem. The times when it wasn't the actual boxing, okay, I could watch it. But the boxing was all the same. All the same. I literally found myself taking a remote, just fast forwarding until I see the final. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's how he won. Great.
Well, I can understand you because you come from a background of
Dragon Ball Z and big time fighting animes. You're right.
yeah, what's the list? What do you got?
What Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, we want more.
Yeah, what's that one? Christian or
Ninja
when you
Scroll?
see- Yeah,
What? Yu Yu Hakusho is one. They fought in the tournament.
But Dragon Ball Z also
also spent like half a season charging a spirit ball. I mean,
Yeah, but come on, man. The fights were so much more entertaining.
what is he doing?
Tune in next week.
And even you, Aaron, with the, what was it, Kenichi, the Midas Disciple or whatever?
Oh, that was so good. Never in my life have I seen a show go from it's going to be about a monk to it's about Dragon Ball. Like, so quick. We're going to teach you basic stances. Now you're going to throw your key at this guy. Like, it's 0 to 1,000 real quick.
And Street Fighter and all
Oh
that.
yeah, but see, I mean, look, I love fighting games too, so I want something a little bit more action packed. And there, you didn't get that with Gearless Joe or Megaloboxing. It was a lot
But I
of him.
mean, as we both know, real boxing and MMA fights, not often, but can sometimes be pretty boring.
Yeah, no lie, especially. What do you?
Throw up a couple gang signs. You know, make it interesting.
Yeah, get your hands out of your pocket.
I mean,
man.
it's not like one boxer was throwing key or
No.
or-
And now
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't do stuff like that. I think they pushed the envelope a lot just with them having the mech arms, you know? But I just felt like it was too reminiscent on One Punch. Give us an actual, I mean, beside the championship fight, it was just One Punch.
I feel like if you like Exo Suits and you like boxing, this is the show for you. But if you don't like Exo Suits or boxing, probably steer clear of this one.
Yeah, it's not going to change your perspective on either.
Yeah.
I
You're
don't
not going to watch it and just suddenly be like, I just want to go box. Like, that's what I
No, there
wanna
was
do now.
nothing to it that really made me to be like, yeah, I want to go
And
watch.
to be honest, that's kind of how it is with a lot of sports anime, like the volleyball anime. Like, I know you guys have at least seen it advertised.
Yes, I don't know the name
Yeah.
of it, but I know which one.
Yeah,
you're
but
talking
I
about.
liked playing volleyball as a kid, so watching it was pretty neat, seeing all the different kinds of techniques that I never got to learn or practice or anything. But that was neat. If I wasn't a person that liked volleyball, I probably wouldn't watch that.
See, I can understand that because, back in the day, me and Dad would, go out every weekend and, play tennis just to hang out. And around this time, is when, like Prince of Tennis would come on Toonami.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes me wonder: is it like the sports anime genre just not doing that well?
It's probably very niche. If you're not into that sport, you're probably not into that anime.
Well,
I'd
and
say
there's
it's not like so much as like
That-
ascending or descending. It's just mostly like
yeah, it's
straight
very
across.
it's
Yeah.
very niche. It's not like free where it's like water sports, and there's not a lot of people that are into water sports, but free isn't just about water sports. It's about guys.
it's the fan service. And even for something on the opposite spectrum, Kaijo.
Kaijo,
And now-
that's a good one.
Let's be honest. If Megalobox had a little bit of fan service, do you think it would have been better? I do love
Maybe,
the old
because-
Cowboy Bebop style of art.
Yeah,
Could have been a Faye.
there was no
Yeah.
real love
Yeah.
interest. It was a rugged story.
Yeah, but
It was goal driven.
It really was.
Yeah, it was
It was-
it was an Eye of the Tiger type anime.
It was
Yeah.
Rocky.
Yeah.
It's Rocky in anime form. All we need is him to run up a bunch of stairs. Yeah, Adrian! That's all we needed. All we needed. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know.
I can see it. If Sylvester Stallone in an Exo Suit
Coming
to a theater near you.
Now, I mean, some of the Exo Suits were actually interesting. Like, what was his name? The brother.
Oh yeah, how his actually had sensors
The
to it.
AI, yeah, that one
The
was
AI.
because at first he thought he was going to be okay without gear, but then it was like, oh no, it can read your muscles too.
Yeah, but it had to be upgraded for that, and it still wasn't working at like 100%. That's another reason why Joe was able to beat him, is because it wasn't at 100%, and Joe just had to basically.
Yeah, I
change up
remember
his
him just
foot.
standing there.
Yep, basically.
No,
And-
not only that, but it was the fact that he was so closely synced to the suit. I'm just gonna call it the suit. That he didn't know if it was him that threw that punch or block, or if it was the suit that was doing it.
Right, and that really made him question. That's the reason why his kind of redemption story when he helped Yuri take off the thing, I actually liked him a lot more.
Even Yuri's dog, Wolf Dog, liked him, and that thing doesn't like anybody except
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, except for Joe. You're right. So I mean, it wasn't. I don't know. If I was gonna rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving it a 5. It just wasn't me.
Perfectly centered.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't horrible. I could actually kind of finish it.
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't groundbreaking. It was just,
It was blah.
if you like boxing and you like anime, check it out.
It was
You're not
blah.
going to lose anything. You're not going to gain anything, but
She's all blah.
I thought it was good for, I guess, close to a more traditional standpoint. Like people weren't like doing flips and acrobatics. It was all grounded.
I'm so happy it had none of that in it. You're right. I'm very happy when it was boxing. It was traditional boxing,
and the characters were very rich. There was a lot of character development for a lot of them. I thought it had a decent cast. Even the freaking little poor kids were.
Yeah, they did.
hilarious.
They actually didn't ruin a show for me.
No, I liked the little crew.
Yeah, they were actually
Little
pretty
hoodlums.
good. They were actually pretty good. I do agree.
So when does the sequel Megalo UFC come out?
Oh.
You know what? I don't think it's enough to warrant a season.
One
2.
and done, huh?
I really think it's a one and done. There was nothing. I mean, it ended on a clear ending. He is the champ. Did he retire? We don't know. Is he going to retire? We don't know. I mean, it's just we don't know what's the state of it.
Now, from a studio standpoint, I would very much like to see another anime. I don't care what the genre is, with a very similar animation scheme, and just keep giving us those reminiscent feels.
Mm.
Yes, because like the whole entire time I watched it, what did I say to y'all too?
Cowboy
it is
Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop. It looked just like Cowboy Bebop. It really did.
If Joe was like 20, 25 pounds lighter, he'd Spike Spiegel.
Yeah, Spike. I'll be okay with that. Just hear the 3, 2, 1, go. That amazing intro. Yeah, and this one didn't even have a good intro. I didn't think it. I found myself keeping to skip it.
Yeah,
I didn't like the intro or the outro. Neither one were like
that didn't wow me either.
They didn't try hard enough with that.
I really feel like this was just something they threw together.
Now, what I would have liked to seen, and I'm like, are they going to do this? There was like a scene near the end where you just see like a wolf just looking out to like the horizon or something like that. I'm like, are they going to have the wolf and then the junk dog that we've seen like in the intro? Or are they going to like go at it for like a split second?
That would be reminiscent of them two.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
That would have been dope.
I think they missed out on capitalizing on just that one scene.
Well,
that would have been pretty cool.
Okay, we're done with Megaloboxing. So you get to pick.
Iron-blooded orphans.
Stop.
So I was scrolling through Funimation. I'm just like, oh god, what am I going to pick? What am I going to pick?
I'm so scared of this.
Aaron, you'll back me up on this one.
Oh my god, I'm even more terrified
That's
now.
scary if I back you up.
You like zombie girl idols, right?
Oh no.
God.
Zombieland Saga.
Yes.
I am afraid.
Guessed it.
That will be the next anime that we
How many episodes?
12?
12 or 13, single season. Dubbed.
Single season.
Dubbed.
Yep.
You're welcome.
So, Logan, you want to take over? Just shoot me now. Just shoot me now. God,
it's actually I watched it not too long ago. It's actually a decent show, man. I think you'll like it.
Are there mechs?
No fucking. Shut up, live studio audience. Shut up. That's not funny. It doesn't have to have mechs.
They just help.
Does there need to be more? You'll see. It's coming. You're gonna love it.
I'm scared.
At least you didn't pick Goku dolls.
Well, I thought about it, but
No. No.
What's the hentai that's the crossover between Sailor Moon and Dragon
What's
Ball
really
Z?
funny is that's the show I was gonna pick on my next turn.
Goku dolls?
No, Zombieland Saga.
I thought you were going to pick Super whatever.
Huh?
The one you told me
If
about.
he picked Fire Force, I was gonna pick Zombieland Saga. But since he picked that,
You're
you
gonna
know
go
what's coming next.
Yeah.
Nope, I get next.
Ah,
Interrupted.
Interrupted, because God forbid I do. I'm not
get ready for mechs, everybody.
It's
I'm not saying anything.
It's not going to be mechs.
I can pick on him because I'm older than he is.
Oh, now he admits it. So everybody tell him.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, there it is.
Mech loving kids.
It's my yard.
Oh my God, I hate y'all so much.
We're not doing it to you.
I love mechs. Optimus Prime is my favorite.
That's almost as offensive as seeing the video of the Gundam walking in Japan and everybody saying it's
Power Rangers
Power
is
Ranger-
gonna be great.
oh my God, that just drives me up the wall. It's like it's clearly not that.
They really stepped it up for Pacific Rim 3.
I'm about to throw my shoe at you. All right. With
Let's end
that,
it there, yeah.
guys, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next episode.
Peace.
Laters.
the comment.